Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today on Fresh Cheese Review number 7, we are looking at Greek Feta from sheep milk and other things. So I'm taking a lot of my cues in the cheese world from Liz Thorpe's book, The Cheese Book. She is an educator and cheese expert, and she has a system of organizing all kinds of cheese. The reviews I'm doing now, this whole series on fresh cheeses, is her mozzarella gateway. So feta is one of her fresh cheeses, and that's what we're looking at today. So Greek feta, PDO, protected domain of origin, is made from the milk of sheep. And it can go up to 30% goat milk there before it goes outside the protected limits. But I'm also looking at a goat milk feta that's domestic here in the US, and just grocery store crumbles, which are made from cow. And she has harsh words for people who pass this stuff off as real feta. She is a champion of US cheesemakers, but she is not a fan of those who pretend like this stuff is this stuff. But we will just taste these sheep feta from 3 different countries, and then we'll give these a taste also and see how they compare. So before we get into the tastes, let's remind you to like the video, comment, leave a question, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell icon to get notified when the new videos come out on Mondays and Thursdays. So feta is usually a chunk of something in some brine. So I got this one at Whole Foods, but I got something just like it from the same brand at a local cheese shop. So I don't know how it comes in, but they pack it in brine, cut up chunks, and package it this way into convenient sizes. So this is about half a pound. And this particular sample was $12.99 a pound, and the half pound I got here is about $7. And it was packed the same day I bought it, it says on the label. So I'm just going to take a little taste of this first one, which the brand is Valbrezzo, which is a French cheese maker. So this is pasteurized sheep's milk in France, and it's aged less than 60 days. Wow. A little salty, a little tangy. I don't get any real animal-y nature or any indication that it's not cow, but it's kind of grassy. There's a little animal-y note to it, but it's very much in the background. But it's strongly, lots of fatty mouthfeel. Sheep's milk has twice as much fat as cow's milk. So that's really the distinctive on sheep milk cheeses. I'm going to put a little bit of this on a cracker. This is a pretty strong flavor for a fresh cheese. There's a tanginess to it. It's approaching a citrus note. It's approaching lemoniness. So it's a tangy, bright flavor. Or maybe just a sensation from acid. It fires up the sour receptors on your tongue. But it comes across as a tartness, a brightness, almost lemon, almost citrus, almost can't quite place the flavor. But that's the idea. So that is a good, flavorful, tangy taste. So I'll try not to use that knife for the next one. So I'm going to take all the little crumbles I already have from this next feta, which is Vigo brand from Bulgaria. So I guess that's where the sheep and the cheesemakers are. That is, oh, it's a little bit drier, a little bit more crumbly in my mouth. Still a very fatty mouthfeel. Squash this around. Very much strong dairy notes. Smooth, buttery. Less of the tang, probably a little less grassiness or animal nature to it. It's just a rich, buttery, creamy cheese. It's really pretty good. So the Vigo is very interesting. I like that. And then this is Trader Joe's brand, which is Greek. So I'll try one little piece by itself. It's got a little bit of the tang. It's probably in between these two. It's got a little bit of the tang. It's definitely got the fatty mouthfeel. It's very smooth. Buttery. Yeah, let's put that on a cracker. I'm going to like that. Squash it down there. These are fairly salted when they're dry, and then they're packed into brine. So Liz Thorpe talks about it as being almost pickled. I'm not getting a strong salty flavor. I like salt, so it might be really salty and I'm not noticing, but I don't think that's the case. So that is not animally. It's very fatty, full, rich dairy notes, and not as much of the tang as this first one. Yeah, it's good. All three of these are wonderful. Next thing I'm going to do is move on to the goat feta, which is U.S. domestic. Christos company, Kryssos. To look like a Greek name, but it's from Atlanta. So I'm going to take a couple of the crumbles. I cut off a little corner of this. So I'll taste what's here. So it's just a tad more animal-y. You can tell it's goat, but it's not strong or objectionable to my palate. But yeah, that would work on a salad. Or lots of applications where these would work. But it definitely takes a step in the goat direction. Maybe 2 steps. And then the last one here is this grocery store Feta Ethnos, which comes from someplace in Wisconsin. Churney Company. Oh wow, what a name. Wyowega, Wisconsin. So I will take a couple crumbles out of here and see how this strikes me. It doesn't have the mouthfeel, doesn't have the fattiness. It's a little bit of a tang, a little bit of a citrus hint. But it's dry and crumbly and dry. Not nearly as fat. Yeah, that is disappointing compared to these. So it might disappear into a salad. It might get covered up by all the other textures or flavors from oil and vinegar and salad dressings with strong flavors, greens with strong flavors. So I can understand how people might not know what they're missing. And it's got a bit of the tanginess. So I can see how it's a representation of this, or some of these, but it is definitely not a copy. So I see Liz's point about the grocery store things from cow milk being disappointing. I brought a couple salads with a little bit of a cherry balsamic vinaigrette dressing, but nothing too overwhelming. So I was going to put some crumbles on. This is the strongest of the 3 sheep milk cheeses I have. So this is the one with more lemony character and more citrus character. It's got the most tang. And also maybe the best mouthfeel. So there's a few crumbles onto this, mostly greens salad. Okay, I guess I'm going to edit out this awkward point. So I'm going to just try this cheese crumbled onto the salad, the best one, and then I'm going to try the cow milk grocery store stuff also on the same kind of salad, same dressing, and see if the differences come through in the actual eating application. There's the tartness and vinegar notes in the dressing. And I'm picking up fattiness from the feta. The citrusy tang from the feta is a minor note, but I think I'm getting that. So that's a pretty good experience. I'm going to dump a few crumbles. I should have put more of the cheese on that salad. Pieces were small and far between. So I've got a little bit more on this of the American cow milk version. Oh, should have made those pieces smaller. Oh, the mouthfeel is totally different. There's no fat nature to it, really. All the tang I'm getting is coming from the vinegar and the dressing. So this feta is pretty much ignorable. It's not making a statement. It's not chiming into the set of flavors. It's not it's not chiming into the mouthfeel. It's a slight contrast to the salad by being crumbly and dry. But it's not it's not a beneficial contributor. Neutral at best. So I'd say I agree with Liz. It is worthwhile seeking out sheep milk feta from specialty shops or better cheese departments in grocery stores, and you will be repaid with better mouthfeel, better flavors. So again, remember to like, subscribe, click on the bell, leave some comments, leave a question, all those things. And stay tuned for the next cheese video, and that's all for now.